So how to have a good business idea? I think like a lot of my clients, well, maybe 70% of my clients, when they approach me, they have a business idea that they want to like, this is my business idea and I want to start my business, right? And how do I do that? How can you support me? And like I'm scared. I don't want to like leave my secure job and start a business. So that's typically like who I help, right? Now, one of the things I go through with them, with my clients, is really assessing if this is a good business idea, because this is critical. So, how do you know that is this really a good business idea? So, in my experience and learning from very successful entrepreneurs as well, is that your business idea or your business that you're going to start, one is really definite. It needs to provide value in the market, right? So that's number one. So meaning it needs to provide value in the market, meaning there are people that wants this. So want, remember the word want. I'm not even talking about need. So because need normally are like the basic stuff, like food. People need air, people need water, people need house. So we're not talking about that. We're talking about something that they want, because typically this is where all, like majority of businesses fall. So your business needs to add value and be able to satisfy the market in a sense of what they want, like provide that to the market. That's the first one. And the best way to know that is to test your business. And I think a lot of people who wants to start their business, it's not common for them to think that they can actually start doing business without registering their business, without putting in a lot of money. And a lot of people get scared because they think they need everything settled. They need the licenses, you need blah, 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 in order to actually start a business. So to me, when I, go through my clients, we will go through a very simple process, like, okay, this is your business idea. Then how do we know if people will really like it? I give you a very good example. So I had a past client, business coaching client, and her business idea is food. So she, of course, also it's her idea, right? So I won't be sharing the details, but her food is a fusion of, kind of like different cultures. And she wanted to bring that to Philippines. And I told her, okay, people from the Philippines appreciate, your product. And so then she said, I don't know. Then how would you know? That's my question. So by the way, as a coach, I actually ask questions. So I ask a lot of questions because what we believe is that the clients have the answers in them. And so that is the main difference. A really, really good coach asks very good questions to get, the answers from the clients. So anyway, so I ask her a lot of questions like, how would you know? How would you know that this product will fit, the taste of, the local people where you're gonna set up your business? So maybe I can ask, people that I know, my friends, here in Singapore, and do a food testing. That's a great idea. So let's do that. And so that's what we did. So we invited, she invited about 10 people, somewhere around there. And she did, she cooked the food and then served the food and got feedback from them. Like she even prepared a feedback form. They had to fill it in and give their feedback. And she got very good reviews, and she also got suggestions and for improvement, like other ideas as well. And that is how you can test if your business idea is good. And that's just one example, right? Is by testing it out in the real world, to your target market. So that's kind of like how I operate, and what I believe in as well is that the only way to find out if you have a good business idea is to test it out without a lot of investment, without putting in a lot of money, without initially kind of like registering, renting a space, without all of those things. Just bare minimum, and then test it out, and then see and get feedback from your potential clients, your target market. Then you will know if you have a good business idea. How to get around the fear of losing money in investing on a business? Very good question. And I guess, Jen, normally I would go through my clients and discuss and talk about, well, what is that business that you want to start? Because there, majority of businesses, and I say this with absolute certainty, majority of businesses, you don't need a lot of money to start. Think about it. Majority of business, especially now in the online age, majority of business, you don't need a lot of money to start. That's the key word, to start. What I mean by start is to get it rolling, right? To get it rolling. And meaning like you get your first client, second client, and then like deliver a lot of value to them, like make them so happy. And then from there they will refer more clients, and then you get your third client, your fourth client, and then it starts to grow, right? So majority of businesses, you don't need a huge amount of money to start, but of course once you grow bigger, then you will need more funds for the business. So the reason why people, and this is based from my past clients as well, have fear of failure or fear of losing money, is that they have a concept in their mind that they need to invest a lot of money in order to start a business. And typically those businesses, let's say for example a franchise, you want to start a franchise like a very known brand, like for example McDonald's. How much do you need in order to start a McDonald's franchise? That's a lot of money, sorry, right? It will be like millions, right? We are not talking about that. So we are talking about like real business that comes from you with a business idea and all this. And that's what I normally get people to work on, right? Because franchises is like, if you have money, yes, definitely start a franchise. Please go ahead. But if you, and the beauty, okay, I want to step back. So there's nothing wrong in starting a business, a franchise business. And when you want to start a franchise business, you need a lot of money, right? And the more popular the brand is, the more money you need. And it's because your certainty of succeeding, your business succeeding is much, much higher because it's already proven. Yeah. So that's why a lot of people just, when they have a lot of money, they just, get a franchise, because you basically buying the system, which means, you pay the money, you get key, and then you put the key in, and then you just switch it on, and then the business runs, right? So it's they call it a turnkey system, meaning check, and then it runs. So that's what you're paying for, which increases your chance to succeed in business, right? And that's why you need a lot of money. But if you have your own business idea, like your creative mind, thought of like, oh, this is the business that I want, and I'm talking about that, majority of those types of businesses, you don't need to use a lot of money. So that's one comforting thing, that you don't need to be scared to start a business because you don't actually need a lot of money, right? A lot of the fear that my clients, at least my clients, coaching clients, what we have talked about is based on unrealistic perception, which means like, probably they heard of someone, or maybe they saw someone and this happened to them, and there are rumors, blah blah blah, and then kind of like it plays in your mind, and then suddenly it becomes your reality. And so normally when I go through coaching sessions with them, and then we discover together that actually all of this perception wasn't real at all. A lot of these things, a lot of this fear is unrealistic. It's baseless as well.
Oh, hey there. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And remember to click the bell button so you get updated of the new videos. See you in the next one.